On our next Daily Viewpoint, there are more than 16,000 children in foster care in the state of Texas alone. And when those kids become adults, they're often left to fend for themselves. Every year, there are 1,500 kids in Texas who basically age out of foster care. Before they turn 21, many will struggle with unemployment, maybe incarceration, or simply a lack of support or mentors or resources. In fact, a quarter will end up homeless. So coming up next, a local group trying to get these kids into college. We'll have that story for you coming up next. Stay here.
All right.
All right, welcome back. You're watching the Texas Daily, and joining us now, we have Ashley Polito from the International Student Foundation and Dustin Haley. And he's getting his doctorate degree in physical therapy. And Dustin, you are a former foster care youth.
Exactly.
Right? Came up through the program. So we talked a little bit about this before the break, but Ashley, set the stage for us. Tell us about the foster care program. We know it's wonderful, and it tries to do a lot and accomplishes so many good things. But there is an issue with kids, like Dustin at one point, who go through the system, play by the rules, do everything right, and then they basically age out.
That's right. And in most states, that's at the age of 18 years old. And they are essentially left with nothing and no one to care for them.
And that's just basically because the foster care system in this state, and in most, I suppose, is set up to care for the kids who are children who don't qualify as adults. So that's through the age of 18.
Yes.
So that gets them through high school. But then when does that system basically drop them off? Is it their 18th birthday?
It is in most states at the age of 18, yes.
And so what happens? Why is there a problem at the end of that cycle?
Well, at the end of that cycle, they literally are left with nothing and no one to care for them. So if you can imagine when you were 18 years old, if your parents kind of opened the door and said, hey, good luck to you in the world, that's literally what's happening to these kids. And they have nothing, nowhere to go. They become homeless, destitute, and the problem just continues on from there.
Is this kind of sporadic? Is it just case by case? Some have a problem and most succeed, most don't have a problem? Or do most, in fact, make poor decisions or fall by the wayside and struggle after that foster care system basically sends them out the exit door?
Yes, most are struggling, and we know that only 10 to 13% are actually getting into college. And that's where ISF is stepping in. We really want to see these kids get an education. So we're helping to provide financial assistance for college as well as graduate school or a specialty school.
And that's International Student Foundation.
Yes.
501c3 based here.
That's correct,
right?
based right here in Dallas. And we have a local, national, and an international presence.
Okay. And it's a new 501c3, so you're still getting the word out, and most people wouldn't have heard about this program. And there are already some success stories.
That's
some
right.
Shining examples of, you know, kids who come through the system and do it right. So, Dustin, tell us about your circumstance. You came through the foster care system here in this area?
I actually, through the Panhandle area, Amarillo and Lubbock, I was removed from my home at the age of 8. I had an abusive alcoholic mother, and she just, you know, couldn't care for us, me and my sisters, as well as she should have. So at the age of 8, we both, or all three of us, entered the foster care system. My sister, one of them was adopted out, and the other one aged out. They're quite a bit older than me. And so I was the one that just bounced around from home to home. And from the age of 8 till 15, I ended up living with 13 different families, and I went to 10 different schools. And then I just decided, you know, that I wanted to do more than what I was at, where I was at. I wanted to get out of that situation. And so education was always there for me. That was the one thing in my life that I could control. So I took that and ran with it. Came to UT. I applied to be an ISF student my freshman year. So I started with the program my sophomore year.
This is UT Austin?
UT Austin, yes, sir. And so I've been with them ever since.
Great. So what do you want people to know about foster care children, youth, young people who come through the system and then reach the end and have few resources? What do you want people to know about that gap?
Well, you imagine, like, you're 18 and you have nothing. Literally, you have the clothes on your back. Maybe, you know, you have your dresser full of clothes in a suitcase, and that's about it. And you're out in the world. And so if you don't have that internal drive, which most people without their parents probably wouldn't have to succeed, it's going to be a struggle. So ISF is one of the organizations that's helping providing mentorship, which is a big key. It's just a lot of youth don't have that influential adult in their life to lead them down the right path.
Right.
And so as a part of the ISF program, the mentorship really works on building leadership skills and just, life skills in general
Sure.
to help you succeed.
To keep the kids on the right track.
Exactly.
right.
So, Ashley, tell me about ISF. You're in a fundraising drive right now. You want to increase awareness. There's an event coming up later this year.
Yes, we have our big gala that's coming up Friday, October 25th. We're very excited about it. It'll be held at the Below Mansion, featuring
downtown.
Emerald. That's right, featuring Emerald City Band. It's going to be a great time. We're very excited about it.
Okay. And how can people support ISF? There's a website. What can people do?
Yes, we would love for them to go to our website. It is isfsite.org.
Okay.
And we have all the information on our events, how people can donate, our profiles and stories on our students.
Great. Success stories like Dustin.
Absolutely.
Right.
We would love for them to learn about who we are and what we're doing in the world to really help these kids. We want to, we would just really want to give them hope and opportunity.
And so people can go to the website, maybe sponsor a table, buy some tickets, find out more about the organization.
Absolutely,
right?
yes,
All that.
sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, Ashley, Dustin, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you
And
so
sharing your
much.
story. It's a great cause. It's an important issue, and we appreciate you guys coming on and helping us learn more about it.
Thank you so much for having us.
All right. And the event is going to be October.
October 25th.
So plenty of time to go support International Student Foundation.